That was similar.
Yeah, so this is your first year.
Yeah, that when you switched to the spotlights.
So 88 to 95. 7 years. I remember that. I'm honored to be standing between Dave McDonald and his wife, Sherry McDonald, who I've been around, but it's been such a lot of years. I think only Randy and Sam have seen me a number of years.
I don't think Sam does, but Randy does.
Randy did. And there's some history there. I can tell some stories.
I'll bet you could.
got lots of
I'll get Cat.
Oh, Cat. Ah, okay.
Roger Clark.
Roger. Anyway, we were talking about a number we did of Civil War. Where I dropped the pieces of the broken jug.
Yes.
And I can't remember the number.
I think it was OB-Joy. Yeah. That was more than likely the number. It was that number, and I forget the other number that I had. But the OB Joyful was basically all about the moonshine. So we had a lot of fun with that, and just getting to sort of cut loose with that kind of number. A lot of serious subject matter, and that was a number we got to really have fun. So I had a lot of fun with that.
Roger was in shows from
1992, and I did 13 years. I missed a couple in there, but it was almost consistent.
Hey, there's Sam. All right.
I interrupted y'all's conversation.
Are you on the run, or can you take a moment and address my camera here?
Yes, I can. If I tell artistic lies.
Absolutely. That's true. Yeah. Johnny Carson called that comedy license.
It's so good to be here on POP. I'm sorry. You put that camera on.
It's like that final year where you were directing. It's like the opening is like, okay, I'm going to introduce this now, and you're going to.
I know. Exactly.
My biggest moment in Buster Broadway was when I did the harmonica bit.
I was just thinking about that. Yes, we jammed together. We're partners, this guy.
Yeah. Okay, so you were opening with something.
No, I was in live. So let's take the truth. We're going to take the truth today. No lying from me yet.
Yes. But Sam is alive. Sam is they are.
Just retired, y'all. Done. Yes, on May 23rd. But I'll go back to maybe do a part-time. Always do that.
You do a show once in a while.
Something like that.
Over there for how many years?
Over there, man, I was there, I didn't even know it was 26 years.
26 years.
Yeah. I think it was, like 90, I can't remember.
Okay, so
like 99.
You remember what year you started Buster Broadway?
That I do not. And that was, well, yes I do. Actually I do. Because, you see, graduated in 78. It would be, I think my first year was 79.
Oh,
I know that only because Dave came and got me over at...
Don't get out of the picture, okay? Watch that picture.
Dave McDonald, I've never heard of Best of Broadway. I was performing out at the State Fair, I'm pretty sure it was 1979. Dave had heard about me and saw me came, and there was a guy who was missing that I never met, but he and I would always do the same type of numbers that Dave would tell me about.
Okay.
So he wasn't going to be there, so Dave had these certain types of numbers. And so the songs and singing and song and dance man. So he came over, and that's how I got in Best of Broadway, and have I been blessed? have I been blessed?
Absolutely, and thousands of people have been blessed by you.
Well, I thank you. I thank you. God is good. God is good. You know that.
But it was either you or maybe that guy that you came in for that
I never met
that I can remember and it was 1980. And I messed up in Nothing Like a Day. I missed like 2 rehearsals because I didn't know what the whole parade meant. You know, I thought it was a number. There was a lot of stuff that included Nothing Like a Day, so I missed a couple of rehearsals. It was a dance number. I'm not a dancer, but I was in that number, and it was a full-fledged Nothing Like a Day. I think it was a... Were you in that, or did you direct
I
it?
think so. No, I don't think in the 80s I wasn't not doing any. You know, Dave
Choreography,
got me
no?
into choreography. He got me into that. I was not choreographer when I
well,
got there.
Dave picked me out of the number, but I didn't leave the stage. He said, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the stage. And I was like in shock because I was only in like 5 numbers. This was the first really good thing I had. And so I've never been a bad boy, but I was a bad boy. And I just stayed on stage. And when I told Dave this story later, he said, I must not have even noticed. Probably didn't even notice. Anyway, afterwards, I went to Dave, and I explained to him, I was supposed to tears, that I didn't know the potpourri. I said, potpourri, I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
And he could see that I was, choked up. So he says, in his Dave McDonald way, he said, well, it's really no big deal. And you or the other guy, someone walked by. I thought all these years it was you. I think I asked you about this once. Maybe it wasn't you. He stopped. But whoever it was, it was Jason. They stopped this man and says, teach him the number. And there was one big move where you have to start out like you're rowing a boat. Then you pivot with your legs up and you go out. You have to get your arm out of the way and pivot all the way around. That was a hard move, and I couldn't do it. I was like Lucille Ball in her comedy numbers, where she jumps in there and you're not supposed to. That's how bad I was. When you spend about 20 minutes with whoever it was, I just started taking about 20 minutes with them talking that number, and I got it down. I was good. I was good.
And you know me, I have trouble remembering stuff. So if it was me, I probably wouldn't remember. I really have a hard time, and it's getting, as I get older, it's getting even more pronounced like that. Like my students, when I was there, the last 2 years I had a
You're
hard
getting
time
out of the picture there.
I used to pride myself.
Since when is Sam not a camera? He's backing out of the way there.
Yes. Well, I'm going to be right back.
For the sake of the camera, let's just say it was you, and thank you very much.
It was, well, I better not say that because I'll be lying. But hey, I'm allowed to artistically lie. Yes, I taught him all the moves, and that is why he is the man he is today as a dancer.
Which is terrible. Mary laughs at picture. We did stuff together, and Mary's like, Mary Taylor,
I heard she's living in Idaho.
I wanted to welcome everybody here. I can't imagine a September without a Best of Broadway. So it was kind of cool doing it this weekend, and I'm like, oh, we always open on this weekend. It's pretty cool. Apparently didn't get the note about wearing costumes. So, but I got it there yet. But I have to have a reason to put something on. I even have, holes in my tights like normal. So thank you. And then Anne will be sewing them backstage while we go on. So typical. And then it was hard because someone's like, Kat, was that really one of your costumes? And I'm like, well, no, but it was either like a leotard, y'all know what I'm talking about, with the sparkles on it. I was not putting a leotard on my body. And then it was like, well, let's see, what do I play? I was telling my friends, I'm like, oh, streetwalker, winch, drunken winch. Anyway, I think it covers it, so there we go. I have some thank yous because some people were helping with this. First, Shane and Aaron for all of our car rides and listening to me. This is what I want to do, what do you think? And they also helped to come set up today. So did Ray and Jordy and Anne and my friend Alicia, who built these big beasts for me. And it was pretty cool. And then our slideshow, thank you for sending photos. We had over 2,500 photos. And so we were gonna run some Best of Broadway videos, but they're like 3 hours long each. So we did the pictures, and thanks to Greg Wade, he put together the slideshow for us with Taylor taking days and days and days and days going through pictures. So thank you. Thank you to all of you for taking time out. Some of you I know have shows, some of you have traveled. We've had people from out of town who really wanted to be here. Some people who had some last minute emergencies. I'm just glad that we're here and together. I also have to thank my son-in-law, who we've made do everything you can imagine. Bring this, do that. And of course my daughter Taylor, who spent a lot of time, especially with the tech, trying to make things easier for me. So I appreciate that. And again, thank all of you for bringing the yummy food. I'm gonna go get some food, eat some more later, and we also have Ziploc bags if people want to take some leftovers. Thank you, Aaron and Joy, for doing that. There you go, perfect. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about why, like someone said, Kat, why do you want to do this? I said, I want to do it for a long time, and the problem is, when I go to like put a group of people together, my daughter will remind me, Mom, these people don't know these people, it was this year. I said, well, let's just invite them all. So that's what we did. And it started in 1972, for those of you who don't know, and David L. McDonald, this is his production that he started in 1972. It was for the Good Samaritan Boys Home. And then in 1982, it changed to Stanford Home for Children, and that was my first year, and that was the 10-year anniversary. That's when we were at Hiram Johnson, too, for those shows. Then after that, it benefited Loretto High School. Some of us were still involved in that. It moved to Rockland. It kind of split Rockland and back at Luther Burbank for a little bit. And then it ended in Fair Oaks Theater in 2014. So it has been around for a very, very, very long time. I know we have all of our own little stories about Best of Broadway, but guess what happens when you're the host? You get to tell your own. So there you go. So I do, and the reason it's very important because so many of you played a big part of this. So in 1981, back in high school, I had an opportunity to meet some amazing theater people. I just did theater for fun. And some of those people are here today, which is Steve Minnow and Michael Cross and Glenn Paget. Those are three that I met to do the show. And they said, hey, we're in the show, come see the show. I said, okay, I'll go see the show. Came to Best of Broadway. Juan Cisneros was the choreographer. And there were people up there, it was 3 hours long, my butt was numb, loved it. And I said, oh, someday I'd love to do that. And there were people up there that had been on American Bandstand, they had done all kinds of great things. So fast forward, 1982, Michael says to me, hey Kat, I'm going to a callback for a show. We've been partners before in our high school stuff. And come with me. They said you can come with me. And I'm like, why? I'm not trained. What are you talking about? So I threw on some leotard. It was a disaster. And I got to there, they put a number on me, and they make me dance. And guess what I'm dancing next to? Vicki Green. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Triple threat. One of the most perfect dancers I've ever seen, and I'm just standing there like, and they're like, do fuentes. I'm like, what are those called? Can I do what the guys do? So when we were done, we did get to ballroom dance though, Michael, we did. And then we ended up putting our papers down. Well, I guess I put mine in the wrong pile, because I got called to sing. And Dave, I'm like, and this is me, Dave goes, oh, I want to hear you sing. And I'm like, I don't have a song. And Michael goes, oh, I have your song from Pippin right here, Kat. Thank you. So I sang, believe it or not, my first year in Best of Broadway, I was cast as a vocalist with an incidental solo, not a dancer. Just putting it out there. And thanks to Fred Weber, he always took a chance on me, so thank you, Fred. The only reason I would sing. And then I'm like, if I'm gonna be as good as these people, I'm gonna go. So I found out Dave was opening a studio. And I walk in, they're under construction, and I'm looking, and Dave just pops up out of this counter. Hi. I'm like, what's going on? I go, I was going to sign up. And he goes, oh, we're not open yet, but here's a registration form. And so I was the first person at Broadway Academy, and why that's important, Best of Broadway and that, a year and a half later, because of all of these people that I worked with, I was singing and dancing professionally, getting a paycheck for it. And that paid for all of my schooling. And so I ended up being a cast member, I ended up being a choreographer, I was the board member of Best of Broadway, and thanks to Dave, I was with Best of Broadway always because I'm this little dude. I posed for that. So all the little dudes that are on there, that's me. Thank you, Dave. I love it. Then I was Started in '82, took a couple years off, but I got to keep up with it. And then we did our last show at Fair Oaks Theater in 2014. And one of my biggest dreams came true. I got to share the stage with what I call the big three. Sam Williams, Randy Scorio, and Catherine Skinner, AKA Cat, also number 2. I got to do the opening number with them singing and dancing, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then come full circle, the school that I just retired from being principal, during the day, we had a dance program, and Terry Taylor was the dance teacher, and after school, Dave did musical theater. So that's pretty cool. And it goes full circle. So many opportunities. It's opened doors. Like I said, it paid for all of my schooling, made a great impact on so many facets of my life. Please raise your hand at Best of Broadway in some way. If you went off to a different career that was not theater, raising your family, anything that you've done, has Best of Broadway made a difference? Yes! Whoa! There we go. And how many in this room have performed professionally? You better raise your hand. And I know some people on tour, right? You've been on tour. We've had people on Broadway. Yep. All because of Dave and Best of Broadway. Right. And I know he's looking at me because I know how Dave hates this.
Hands up if you married somebody.
So I have to say,
Kat, hands up if you met your spouse.
Oh, that's right. Broadway got me. Yep, there you go. That's too funny. And he's also married quite a few of them. I have to say that together we've supported each other through so much. Marriages, births, loss, some tragedies. I'll never, ever forget when we did the patriotic segment during 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
And what it meant to the audience and us on stage. And we've had many triumphs as well. Because of Dave and the Best of Broadway, and Sherry, thanks for putting up with all of us taking his time forever. Aaron, I don't feel sorry for you. You got to hang out. We have all been changed, I have to say it, for the good. Now, can we, I did want to take a few moments in silence to honor those who were unable to join us today, as well as for those who now reside amongst the stars above. We have a little sign out there. Hopefully we didn't miss anybody. We've had many people throughout the years leave us, and I know that they're here in spirit, and every time I get an opportunity to step on the stage, I thank my lucky stars. I am there for them, because they're not able to do that. So if you could take a few minutes, I'd appreciate it. We all have our Best of Broadway stories and memories. Lifelong connections have been made with special bonds and friendships that have lasted decades. We are indeed a very special family. So now I ask for you to rise and join together to sing one of Dave's favorite pre-intermission songs from Time. We're gonna do One Human Family, but I do ask if you happen to be a soloist before intermission. Do we have any of those? I know that we do. No? With us today? Okay.
You are here now because you are meant to be.
Oh, come on, stand up. down of how many years you have been in or associated with Best of Broadway. All right. If you only did Best of Broadway for 1 year, please take a seat. If you don't know, just. If you did Best of Broadway for 2 or 3 years, take a seat. 4 or 5. You don't count, you were born into it. How about up to 10 years? Anyone past 10 years? There we go, see, cool. How about 11? 12? Rollin's gonna be standing. 13 years? 14 years? 15 years? 16 years? 17 years? 18 years? 19 years? 20? 21? 22? 20? Curtain opens. I have to do it one more time. Okay, I know. He's gonna keep it. Yep, play the song. Here we go. Singing if you want to sing, and definitely conversations. So Dave, those famous words.
Most important thing to me was to let everybody know before they went out on stage to get out there and give them your love. So give your love and continue to do that. And now sit back and enjoy with us the best of Broadway.
Years old now. You were 12. Nothing like a dame.
Yeah.
So, what kind of theater are you doing? Anything now, or?
I am going to school for business, and I am minoring in music.
Oh, good.
After Best of Broadway, I think I did Sutter Street Theater.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Schoolhouse Rock, Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah?
Some of the productions. Just trying to remember the year that I started because we were there.
Nothing like a dame.
2012.
You're right. 2012. That was Chris's show. Yeah.
I know I played somebody's kid many times in different productions.
Oh, what about Cotton Patch?
Cotton Patch, yes.
Yeah, I think I've seen you in that.
Cotton Patch.
Yeah, I was never in that. between Michael Strange.
You don't look like a Michael Strange.
Just because I turned around and faced the other way.
Yeah,
Working too fast.
And Joshua.
Yes.
Joshua was like 18 when he started, I think.
Maybe.
And I was like, who knows how old. I was even in my 50s, I think, by then.
I just remember Richard was lovely.
Richard was over. He's 36 now. You're about that, right?
Let's not talk about numbers.
Oh, let's not. Anyway, this is really exciting. Now, this is the big Ted guy.
Sound guy, yeah.
Sound guy.
Yeah.
I don't mean yelling and screaming, although he did.
No, I did yell and scream sometimes. Yeah, for sure.
But he did all the sound of Best of Broadway.
Yeah.
Chords, you have to duck over chords and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Careful that body mic, right?
Yeah.
Don't pull that cord tight.
No.
And Joshua,
don't ever push the buttons, none of that. Right?
Joshua did a lot of these Robert Goulet kind of numbers, like I would leave you.
Yeah. All those fun on the street where you live.
I remember that. Yeah.
On the street where you live, or I was in the
on the street where you live.
Obscure kind of things, like when we did Grail and that kind of shows. I was in those weird, off-the-wall kind of things. Dave would say, "Here, this will be fun for you."
So I'm trying. You would know about this. I'm trying to post on YouTube. I've been shut down off of YouTube a couple of times because of copyrights.
Oh yeah.
Like I went
background music given. Yeah.
I went to see Engelbert Humperdinck the other night, and
I saw that.
They wouldn't let me. Did you?
Yeah, I saw your post.
Oh, you saw the
photos.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't let me bring this in, but people had phones, so I got some halfway decent stuff on the phone, but you can't put that on YouTube.
No, it's all
They'll bust you. The only thing you can do is to post it as unlisted and send links out to people.
Yep.
That they let you get by with.
Yeah, you can do that.
Because I did a Darcy Lynn. You know who she is?
No.
Thank you.
She's like 21 now, but she was 12 at the time. No, I think that she was 16 when she did the show that I went to.
Right, yep.
And I posted a mix of various parts of her show. And I did it kind of professional looking, and that might have been my downfall because YouTube cut me off.
They even have it, they'll like scan videos to see if the music is in the same arrangement and all that. And they'll just, it's a lot harder in the last 2 years than it was.
So I can hardly post anything. Mason Ramsey, he's a contemporary 18-year-old singer. I've been to some of his concerts, and I got one of them when he was still pretty unknown. I got a full 90-minute video posted on YouTube. They didn't bother me at all, but I did some short clips, and they just like, no way.
Yep, all over.
So here I am interviewing and doing all the talking. That happens every time.
I was watching.